Hi, this is Father Louis Goretti from Tampa, Florida. I'm here with Sister Maria Goretti. She is the principal of St. Peter Claver Church, school. We just had Mass at the church. And thank you, Sister, for inviting me.
Thank you, Father, for coming. We appreciate it.
There are only a few reasons I wake up this early in the morning. I mean, it's 10 o'clock now, but Mass was celebrated at 8 o'clock. I don't do 8 o'clock Mass much. For Jesus or for my nieces and nephew. I always tell Sophia and my nephews, anything they do, doesn't matter time of day, I'll be there. Okay? Nobody else. And Jesus. So if he wants me to say Mass at 7, 8, doesn't matter, I'm here. So I was invited to celebrate Mass at St. Peter Claver Church for the children here of the school. And I am amazed at how beautiful they are and how well behaved and responsive, and the music.
Oh, yes.
I, People who watch this will have already seen, I think, the Mass and selections.
Yes.
They are wonderful.
They're great
Who's
kids.
the music
My fourth
instructor?
grade teacher is Dr. Manny.
She's wonderful.
She is, yes.
What spirit they have.
Yes, and they love to sing. They
Oh,
love
good,
to sing.
good. And clap. Okay, Sister, tell me how you got to St. Peter Claver in Tampa. Give me your origins. Where are you originally from?
I was born and raised in Nigeria, and I grew up there. I went to school as a Catholic, and I became a nun. And when my bishop decided to found a congregation within my diocese, so I joined the order, and I was professed in 1989.
And the order is,
Sister of St. Michael the Archangel.
and who created it? The bishop
The
created that?
bishop, yes, the bishop of our diocese after. He's retired now. His name
Okay.
is Michael. And so after my profession, I was sent over here to study in the U.S. I studied here for 4 years. After that, I went back to Nigeria. I worked
And your degree?
in psychology.
Good. I can
I-
show your connection with the kids comes out.
Yes. So I went back to Nigeria for 6 years, and after that, there was a call for to my congregation that they needed a counselor in a middle school in Houston.
Okay.
So my superior decided to send me, since I have a background in psychology. So I went to work there, and I started my master's in counseling.
What a change that
Yes.
must have been from Nigeria to Texas. I've been to Texas, the airport, and a few places. But what was that like?
It was scary. It was really
Yeah.
scary because I hear a lot of things about, American children are so disrespectful. They're very
No.
difficult. And I'm like, God, what am I getting myself into? But when I started working with them, I realized they're just like children in Nigeria. They're just kids that just want somebody to love them and just care for them. So I worked with them as a religion teacher while I was getting my master's for about 4 years. And right at the end of my master's degree, my principal
Was that also in psychology, the master's?
in counseling.
Oh,
Still
counseling. Okay,
counseling,
good.
yes.
Application. Good.
So my principal at that time had to go, so I was asked if I wanted to take the position. I'm like, nope, I'm gonna be a counselor. But eventually it was forced down my throat, and I'm just kidding.
No, God gets what he wants. You can say
He
no,
did.
no. He's going to get what he wants. Go ahead.
Yes, he sure did. So I gladly accepted, and I went and took over the school. And it was a struggle because we were having issues at the school at that point. And so with the help of my vice principal and the pastor, we were able to stabilize everything in the school. And right at the end, when I was finally able to settle, I got a call from Father Hugh that he needed help.
Yeah, Father used the pastor here
Father Hugh's
at
the
St.
pastor
Peter
here,
Claver.
yes,
Okay.
and that he needed help with his school in Tampa, and I was like, no, I can't start all over. But he decided to fly to Nigeria to go ask permission from my superior and my bishop.
And how long were you a sister at that point?
At that point, I've been a sister for 2008, about almost 20 years.
Okay.
Yeah,
20,
almost-
you said?
Almost 20 years.
Were you born a sister? Then you were a sister for 20 years
Yeah.
when he called you.
Yes.
Okay.
So, so I was, just working and following my superior's orders. So I came here, I met with the kids, and I realized the children in Houston will be fine. And I just had to move over here and work with these children and see where God is leading us.
The Holy Spirit
Yes,
needed you.
yes. It was a beautiful challenge. It was very difficult. My first day of school, I had 68 students
In the whole school.
in the whole school, and of course with no money, and
Of course.
everything was just in chaos. And I said, this is gonna be a struggle, but I'm gonna try. After a few weeks in school, I realized the kids has a lot of issues, coming to school hungry, and the teachers were spending their own money to buy breakfast bars and whatever they can. So I told father before.
Why were the kids coming here and not the Tampa public schools?
I think it was just the environment. Many of the kids that were here at that point had families that had gone to the school.
Oh, okay.
Knowing that the school has been here since 1894.
1894.
1894. So it has a long history, and it was the only black Catholic school in the whole diocese. So a lot of them were coming just to feel comfortable and feel, be able to identify with
Sure.
the school. And so we started reaching out to the community to see if we can raise funds just to start feeding the kids. So we started feeding them breakfast and lunch. And eventually we applied for the National School Lunch Program. So today we're able to feed them breakfast, lunch, and dinner before they go home. So
Excellent.
that made a huge difference in the in the life of the children.
Sure, their bellies are filled. They can spend time enjoying and learning.
Yes.
Wow.
So after we finished that, we now focus on behavior. Many of our kids were coming because most of them are coming from low-income families, and so they have a lot of challenges that they bring with them. So we had to focus on how do we help them. It's not just enough to punish them. We definitely have to
sure.
look into what is it that is going on with them. They're coming to school very angry and needing a lot of services. So I decided to employ a full-time social worker that will be able to work and get services within the community, not just for the student, but also for the parents.
Great. Oh, for the parents.
For the parents. So when parents come to us that they don't have lights, they need money for lights, we go out and just look for blessings for them. And we've been very blessed. A lot of people in the Tampa Bay community have come to our assistance to help with
great.
what we do. So then after that, I decided I need a psychologist to help me modify the behavior. What can we do to get these kids to actually love to learn? And so the psychologist came on board, and then the staff and all of us got together and decided to develop a program that will focus more on positives as opposed to punishment for the kids.
Right. And you still only have 68 kids in the
Now
school.
we have actually increased by now. By 2012, we're about 98,
Okay.
100.
Okay.
We're just around 100. 2 years ago, the enrollment went up, and we went up to about 150, and then last year we went to 200 plus, and this year we're 236.
God bless you. That's great.
Yes.
Word is getting out.
It is getting out, and the kids are beginning to appreciate the school and the parents as well.
And at Mass, there was a young lady from local Cristo Rey High School. She
Yes.
came back.
Yes.
That's interesting. So you've seen quite a few graduations.
Oh yes, and I've seen a lot of changes, especially with her. I don't know if you heard when I said she couldn't wait to get out of St.
Yes,
Peter's when
you
she
did
was
say
here.
whatever. Every grammar school kid,
Yes.
8th grade, get out.
And she's one kid that every single teacher that had her is very proud of her, because she was so rough. I was so tempted to expel her so many times because of her behavior. It
Love
was
that
good.
kind of a student. I love, because I was that kind of a student.
Yes.
I was expelled several times,
Oh,
except
yes.
for my mother got me back in each time. But I love that kind of a student. The
Yeah.
problem kids, I for some reason, I always identify with them.
Yeah.
And they become my best friends.
She did. She turned herself around. She changed her attitude. Her grades started with, going up, and she took leadership of her class. And she's remained the #1 student in that class until graduation. And that was really, all of us were in tears during the graduation when she gave her speech. And it's just seeing the transformation in the student and the persistence. My teachers know that I'm not going to give up. And so all my teachers bought into that. So now it's like, we're not going to give up on these kids. No matter how disrespectful or rough they are, we're going to stick with them and just teach them the right things of life. And we've seen a whole lot of growth in the children.
You had the kids repeat something at church after Mass. First of all, the Mass was wonderful. The music was terrific, and the kids were so responsive, the readers. But you had them, you gave them a little summary of the week's events. What was that phrase?
It's called pause, prepare
Pause.
to learn, prepare
Okay.
to learn, accept responsibility, worship God, and show respect. That was the outcome of our behavioral program, that we have to teach the kids. What does it mean when you come to school to be prepared to learn? That means
Right.
you're ready for class, you're going to listen, you're going to have all your materials. What does it mean when you go to church? What does it mean when you go to lunch? And so we spend the whole first year teaching them all that. And then when they do those things and we see it in class, the teachers give them points.
Good. Now, before the points, they learned those phrases. do you have a formal class in which that happens, or is it integrated into every
We
lesson?
actually at the beginning develop lessons for each situation in the school.
Great, great,
Lesson for
great.
the hallway, lesson for the cafeteria. So the teachers spend at least the first 2 weeks of school just teaching and practicing that, so that the kids can actually understand what we expect of them. Because
Yes,
we just assume kids know what we want them to do, and until we start teaching them, that's when we start seeing the change.
yes,
Knowing that,
yes.
okay, now this is what I expect of you when you come to class. This is what I expect of you when you go to church.
And all your teachers are on board.
Yes, we developed the program together.
Ah,
So
that's
it
great.
was easy buy-in from all of them, because everybody was getting tired of not knowing how to deal with the
Next
behavior.
step, sure,
And
sure.
so having that was like refreshing for all of us. And we see big difference in the life of the kids, because they love to go to the bookstore, because we get donations from around the Tampa for many beautiful stuff. People donate a lot of stuff into the bookstore, so the kids will take their points that they earn during the week, and they can go in there and buy whatever they need. They can buy things for their mom, their siblings, whoever they want to buy stuff for. And so
Excellent.
that really transformed the behavior. So now they look forward to do the right thing in the school.
That is excellent. And currently you have
36 students.
236 students. God
Yes.
bless you. And they're so vibrant.
Yes, they're very happy.
We're going to continue this with another interview. Is that acceptable, sister?
Yes.
I really appreciate
Thank you so much.
being here
Appreciate it.
with you.
Thank you.
This is Father Louis Skirty. We're here at St. Peter Claver Church School in Tampa, Florida, with Sister Maria Goretti, the principal. I was invited here by Joseph Havelka. He's a faculty member. And if you go on our search engine up on top, you'll put his name in, Havelka. It's spelled like it says. And you'll see the interviews with him that took place at Holy Cross Church here in Florida as well. We'll be back. Tune in for the next episodes with St. Peter Claver, Tampa, Sister Maria Goretti, principal. God bless you. Let me hear from you. Father Lou Skirty at hotmail.com. And sister, do you have a email address?
Yes.
You want to share it?
Yes, it's MRBABATUN@AOL.com.
Thank you. And I'll have that on the byline. God bless you. Let me hear from you. And keep the word alive and well.
Thank you.